Today we're going to be learning about subconscious reprogramming. Hi beautiful souls, stay tuned and I hope that you enjoy this video, okay? Sounds beautiful. And I'll be sure to list the background music in the bio. And you guys need to go check him out. Literally so calming for the soul. Just simply focus on subconscious reprogramming. Okay guys, so our first subject through subconscious reprogramming is going to be trauma.
To have a juice pool.
I don't know. Okay. Trauma and understanding. And those subjects are very important because you want to know your trauma. You want to understand it and understand how you felt from the certain things that have happened to you. Because everybody has had some sort of trauma, okay? And if you had like a good childhood, right? There may have been other things that, you know, have happened. And little does the conscious mind know that the subconscious is holding on to like lifetimes of events, lifetimes of hurt, lifetimes of happiness, right? So it's not just this life that, you know, you're healing. It's past lives. It's the whole entire briefcase.
Oh my God!
Okay, the whole entire briefcase is what you're healing and unpacking, right? So you gotta look at it like that. So with understanding your traumas, it's like you don't, it's good to live in the present moment and only the present moment. But it's okay to look back at the past and evaluate those things that have happened, right? So we can heal, so we can move on, so we can release, right? So with this, it's like you have to look back at, you know, things that have happened that may have caused you to believe or look at something a certain way. Like, say like you're like a child, right? And you being a child, and there's an adult that has like whatever, like Chucky the doll, okay? Has a Chucky the doll, and in your mind you watch the Chucky movie, right? So you know like the doll comes to life, tries to kill people, right? So you being conditioned to believe that doll is like evil, right? You're gonna look at that doll a certain way. It's gonna be like, and it's because that embedded thing, but since it was like dark, your subconscious kind of protects you from it, right? Like trauma and understanding, like it may not have been like super traumatic, right? Like physically traumatic, but for the mind, it will always remember that, right? It's kind of like it sets up its like defense mechanism. Like, so when there's Chucky the doll, when your mom presents Chucky the doll and you watch this movie and you're like, that doll's gonna try to kill me in my sleep, right? Because it's haunted, like, right? Because that's what your mind has been taught to believe. That's what you saw, that's what you believe, right? So when we talk about going in and understanding your trauma, it's like going in and understanding, like, I look at this a certain way because of this. Like, I look at that doll a certain way because I watched the Chucky the doll movie and I saw he kills everybody and he's freaking haunted. So when I see in real life the Chucky the doll, I'm going to think, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you want to go back for a little bit, you know, and really ask yourself, like, how has this thing affected me? How has this affected my brain into believing that I cannot be this, right? And it's also going to say, like, it also goes to tell, like, there is other people in your life who have talked to you a certain way. Like, when I was younger, like, my family talked down on me, right? So that's like, and then I had my brain conditioned to believe those things about me that they said, right, were true, but they weren't. So then my mind had believed that those things were actually true about me, you know, that I will turn out like my mom or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I was like running away from that my whole life. I was like, no, I do not want to be like her. Like, I do not want to be like my mom. You know, like, I do not want that to happen. I'm like, I'm not like her, right? But then when I just sat and realized I was a child, okay, a child, and y'all are talking down on her like that. It's like saying I would grow up to be a HOE. No. Sorry, but no. So, those things, I started, you know, as I got older, I was like, why would they look at me like that? You know, because in their minds, they perceived it as, their perception was, I'm going to grow up and be just like my mom. But that's not true. I realized, it took me till I was about 15 to realize that I am myself. I am not going to be ever my mom, because I am me. I am destiny, right? I am over here posting to YouTube, trying to reach out to people, trying to touch people's hearts and inspire people and change people's lives. That is something my mom would never have done. And that right there is definitely something you guys can reflect on, okay? You are not nobody else but yourself. You are worth so much more because you believe it, right? So, keep pushing. You got this. Now we're going to go into the subject of asking yourself, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? What is it that you desire? What is it that when you are out at the store, right, and you cannot afford, but you really want it? What is it? What is that inner dream that you've been dreaming of since you were a baby? What is that inner voice asking you to do? What is that inner voice calling you to do? And I know that there's some people that feel like, or think like, no, I can't find a voice, like there's not really a voice. It's because you forgot. It's because you're not believing that you can do it. It's not going to be in your conscious mind all the time. You're like, oh, I can't do that, so it just slips in the back. You have all the power. You have yourself, you have the universe, you have your spirit guides, you have it all. You have it all. And just by the way, everything that you want, you already have. Everything in this reality that you are dreaming of wanting, that you want, or dreaming of wanting, or you freaking desire, those things that you have wanted for yourself, you will receive it. Okay? Make sure it's aligning with your highest good, because what you want, you will get. And let's not also forget that our mind, our subconscious mind, plays 90% of the role in our everyday life, and our conscious mind plays a 10% role, okay? 90% of all of this is the subconscious. 10% conscious thinking in that. Right? Love yourself. Believe in yourself. If you want a new house, you can get it. I want a new house. I'm gonna get it. Best believe. 15:15 on the clock, okay? Now we're talking about knowing and listing your wants and desires. So once you have asked yourself what you want and what you desire, you are going to list those things. You are going to grab a notepad, okay? And start writing, start listing, start manifesting, start writing down on paper, writing it into existence what you want. List it. It is not going to come until you plant them seeds. You have to plant them seeds, girl or boy. Divine feminine, divine masculine. You need to plant them seeds. I just got a fortune the other day. My life will be a mirror reflecting my authentic, true self. That's what it said. And I believe that. Okay? So, guys, stop doubting yourself. Okay? Because I know once you start listing these desires, those subconscious limiting beliefs are going to start coming up. That's when they're going to start being like, hello, I'm still here. But you have to be like, I know you're still here, but it's time to go, right? I can thrive. You have to put yourself first. Believe in yourself. Because once you start making your life, that's when the magic happens, babe. We're going to go into subliminals and subconscious reprogramming videos, because these are going to be a big help for you guys. Because I know how hard it is, or how it's not hard, right? But it's a struggle a little bit when you're battling with your subconscious, right? It's 90%. But so that's what we're gonna get into. That's where the subliminals and the subconscious reprogramming videos come in to save you, right? Okay, so the subconscious reprogramming and the subliminal videos or sounds that you can listen to are going to be a big help, like really big help for you guys, okay? And this is because once you're asleep or when you're doing something else, your subconscious is just like, it's just open, okay? So you can use those times to really like trick your subconscious, like, okay, I'm gonna play my video game, and in the background I'm gonna just blare some self-love subliminals, you know what I'm saying? To like love myself, right? To love yourself. So you straight up just start blaring it out, and you are playing your video game. And then say by like the time you're done playing your video game, you like done forgot, like, oh my gosh, the subliminal's on, I forgot. But then you're like, dang, I feel so much better, right? It's because like that's just gonna seep into your subconscious, because you're not consciously paying attention or guarding your subconscious. So all those things are just gonna beep, beep, beep. It's also because you have to freaking be careful with what subliminals that you watch. You have to be very careful with what subliminals and subconscious reprogramming videos or sounds that you watch, because not everyone has your highest good in their mind, okay? Careful and watch out for that stuff. When you look at comments, right, I like to read comments. Like, I go down through the whole list in order to listen to it, because I'm very cautious of what I let in my space or my energy or my head. I like to keep it calm and collected, right? So, right. I'm also like tuned into other, energies constantly. Like, I'm learning how to work it out. I don't know. I need to clear that out. But enough of that. You want to be careful of who you watch. Just scroll through the comments, like I said. Also looking to see how many subscribers, although that doesn't matter, like it does help, like likes and subscribers, to see how many people support, and listen to this every day, and how it's affecting their mind. I think that a lot of subliminals that I've seen are good, but I have run into a few that have like had wonky comments, and the subliminal messages as well that they like have put into the video. They usually have a list. If they do not have a list of like the things that are said in the subliminal, do not watch it. Okay, teacher 2 on the clock. They'll usually have a list, and there was like one saying in there that was like, oh, they'll be so in love with me because I'm just like da 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 or whatever. I do not want to be that way, so I'm gonna be calm. My mindset does not match that, and I was like, yeah, no. And there people in the comments were like, no, those words are like, no. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Now subliminals, I'll list some of their channels down below so you can have a few people to go off of first. Just be careful with what you're doing, and do not go down the rabbit hole of like, for a boy to fall in love with me, or for my ex to text me back. Stop that. Do not do that. No. Stop. Do not. No. We are going to do this for ourselves, for the growth of ourselves. For the growth of yourself, it would be more enlightening and better. Watch subliminals that are talking about like the self-love, like how you look at yourself, right? And the inner work. Subliminals that help with the inner work, because that'll get you guys boosted across the universe with that. You'll feel like a lot better with your whole entire body and your life and yourself from eternally to the outside. And it will make it easier to manifest. It'll make it easier to do all that. Okay, so because once you have yourself and you know what you want, once you know that, and there's no limiting beliefs, it's going to be so much easier to shape your reality and create your dreams, right? Because you're not having anything that's like speaking in the back of your mind like, no. You don't have that. So now it's just you. And when you have you, it's going to be so much easier to manifest and bring those things to reality. Because there's no not believing. Okay. So I feel like the one thing that you can take from this and really, really do that's really important is to listen to videos and to put the effort of that into your life. Because the more you put intention and effort into something, the more it's going to be established and brought into that 3D form, right? So take care of yourself, love yourself, and give time to yourself. Speak things into existence, journal, right? Journal things down, write stuff down, and write out your wants and desires. And you will get it. You will get everything you desire. Like, keep believing. Like, I do not know what else to say or how else to say that, because it literally comes from you and your belief. If you do not have any limiting beliefs, you're gonna be manifesting like a pro. Now there is like a delay time. My phone died, but yeah, there's gonna be a delay between realms because of the 5D and the 3D, right? They're coming down into the 5D, so it has to be created in the parallel before here. Does that make sense? Okay, you will get it. So that's it for this video. I mean, there's a lot more on the subject, but I feel like that's good for now. If there's any questions or anything relating to subconscious reprogramming, leave them in the comments, please. I know that my mind kind of goes a little bit everywhere with these types of subjects, because I'm trying to speak in a way that people will understand, and
yeah, boy.
I hope that, this reached everyone how I wanted it to, or how I intended it to, which is with clarity. I adore every single one of my supporters, even though I do not have any. my future supporters, I love you guys. Message from myself: do not give up and keep on pushing, because you are possible. Impossible literally says I'm possible, okay? Put that into your head too while you're doing your subconscious reprogramming. Impossible means I'm possible. So also about subconscious reprogramming or subliminals, you can listen to subliminals like however much you want to. It's just you want to give yourself time to actually believe those things, right? So just work on that brain of your guys's, and it will be okay, all right? As long as you are putting in the effort and that energy into yourself, you're gonna be great. It's gonna work out, and it's gonna make the change, okay? The change is gonna be made, all right? Believe in yourself. That's all I have to say, all right? Love to all and light to all, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be back soon with another one. Thank you so much for watching.